well, next we have summer 2021 learning. Dr. Swift.
Trustees, we're delighted. Back in March, you received a briefing on our summer learning opportunities. I'm delighted for you to have the opportunity to meet our summer team. At that presentation back in March, we promised that we would be back in April, introduce you to some of our leaders, review the programs, and open the links for enrollment. So you're going to notice a lot more panelists dropping in here. And it's because we have our summer learning principals joining us to review the wide array of summer offerings that we'll be having this summer. Ms. Dawn Linden, Assistant Superintendent of Teaching and Learning, heads up this endeavor. So she's going to lead us off here. Ms. Linden, we hope to capture this video. Mr. Cluley knows we want this video so that just like Trustee Kelly shared earlier on the fall plan statement, this will be an important piece to capture and link in so that when we send our weekly update, folks can just click and see more information or go straight to the website to enroll or to review more information on the programs. Now, I do need to give a shout out. Mr. Cluley is busy working on it, but there has been a nationwide outage on the Blackboard system. So we have referred to the website on a number of occasions tonight, and I need to share that there is a little bit of a malfunction on the headlines. So when you go to the website, it may look a little strange. We hope that that's going to be repaired any moment. It's impacting districts across the country that use Blackboard, the company that we use. So Ms. Linden, I know, loaded all of the website earlier this afternoon in a different way. So you've got all of that ready to go, yes?
Yes.
All right, Ms. Linden, it's all yours.
Well, thank you so much, President Johnson, trustees, Superintendent Swift, and the Ann Arbor Public Schools community. If you're still hanging in there with us, we're happy to present with you tonight a preview and overview of our summer learning. I am joined by some pretty exceptional people, and I need to acknowledge my partner, Kevin Carr, Executive Director of Teaching and Learning. Kevin has been instrumental in leading the development of summer programming, and Kevin will share a little bit next. We are joined by a number of folks tonight. Hopefully they are all coming in. I can't see them all just yet on screen, but I'd like to speak their names to our community so that you know them, and to our trustees. There will be some familiar and some new faces here tonight. We're so proud of this group of dedicated teacher leaders and principals and administrators. So we are joined tonight by Bernard Bell, Allison Epler, Sarah Szymanski, Laura Catalano, Valiska Bass, and Liz Lucier. That's our entire elementary crew. They run the gamut of our intervention elementary program, our remote program open to the general public, and our A2 virtual elementary program. So welcome to that entire group of folks. We're so proud of your work, and we know the work continues while you're juggling many other roles in addition. Our middle level team, extraordinary group of familiar folks to you, Ms. Angela Newing, who's a returning summer school principal for our middle school group, and our Forsyth administrator, Evelyn Doherty and Ryan Supal, amazing team members who lead the Scarlet programs. So thanks to that group. At the high school level, we have Mike Somerton and Dan Hilliard, our lead principals, back again for multiple years, and they have done extraordinary work in the development along with their partners, Dr. Amina Allen and Sal Barrientos. And on our special education side, which is just a room in the house of general education, we're joined by Ms. Sarah Pope, Jerron Bryant, and we have to acknowledge the work of Leslie Bullock and Jim Potagil, who are longtime summer principals as well and teachers in our district. Summer music we're previewing also tonight, and we're joined by Ms. Robin Bailey, a very familiar and wonderful face in our district, our fine arts coordinator. So that is the group we will see tonight. And Kevin, have I left out anybody?
I do not think so. I think we got the whole crew
Awesome.
there, the whole great
Awesome.
crew.
It's a great group. So without further ado, we've got a brief run through of each of these programs. And when we're done with this slideshow and each of these wonderful principals will share a bit about their programs with you tonight, trustees, Kevin and I will take you on a quick walk to the website because we really want to point out to our community where they can register for these amazing programs. So here's what we know about summer learning, particularly after the year we have all had. It is more important than ever. And you will find these options and these available programs to our community to be more robust than ever and more exciting and engaging than ever. We acknowledge that during summer, the engagement part of this is so critically important. We need students to learn, but we need them to learn and have fun at the same time. And that is an amazing and innovative process that this team and our team of incredible curriculum writers have been engaged in. It's a condensed period of time also. And so there are a number of tools that we make available to our students year round, particularly K-8, that we just want to point out that Lexia and Dreambox, our reading and math programs, are available all summer long. They are on demand. They are on your children's iPads and Chromebooks, and we encourage their use throughout the summer. It's an important way to keep building skill. But in addition to that, we've got some incredible programs. So I'm going to hand off to Mr. Kevin Carr, who's going to share an intro with us.
Great. Thanks, Don. And really happy to be here. We've got some really exciting programs to share tonight. We're going to start off with an overview of the elementary summer programming. We'll move on to middle school, high school, and then at the end, we'll talk more about the special education pieces. In this first part, we're going to talk about 3 elementary summer opportunities that students and families are going to be connected to this year. One of them is called Summer Learning Institute Adventure Games, and it's the historical summer school program that's existed in the Ann Arbor Public Schools for a long, long time. And students receive invitations for it. We're going to hear more about the details of that in just a second. Last summer, we started a new open enrollment program so that any student and any family could participate in elementary summer programming called Remote Learning Adventures. And so that part is going to be shared. And then finally, in the elementary section, we're going to talk about the A2 Virtual Elementary Summer Success Program. That is a new program that is connected to asynchronous learning, sort of on demand at your own pace. And again, open enrollment for this summer. Let me move on then to introduce Dr. Bernard Bell. And he's one of our Summer Learning Institute Adventure Games principals, and he's going to share more about that first program I shared with you.
Thank you, Mr. Carr. I appreciate that introduction. Thank you, trustees, Dr. Swift, for the opportunity to speak to you this evening about the Summer Learning Institute Adventure Games. So this is our invitation program that's designed for our young 5th through 4th grade students. This program will take place July 5th through July 30th. Monday through Friday, and we'll have 1-week offerings or 1-week sessions. So students can enroll in 1 week, they can enroll in 2 weeks or all 4 weeks. The students in this program were invited based on need. The program will focus on maintaining and extending literacy and math skills by providing targeted lessons that will meet individual student needs and interests. So this program is going to have 2 components. The first component is there's going to be an in-person option. And for this group, we're going to fully be implementing our Super 6 guidelines. It's going to be an all-day program. 8:30 to 2 will be the student schedule. Lunch will be provided for this in-person group. We'll make sure that we provide well-ventilated areas and eating spaces, weather permitting, using outdoor spaces for eating as well, following those social distance guidelines. But for those families who, for whatever reason, may not want to be in person, we're also going to make sure that we have a remote synchronous option. Okay, and so the remote synchronous option and this in-person option will have the same structure, the same curriculum, but they will each program will have their own set of teachers for the program. This year, we also have the opportunity to return to a well-established partnership that we have with the University of Michigan and the LMAC program. So we'll have a group of student interns working with our students. So this is the targeted group, our invitation only group. And so we wanted to make sure that we have plenty of opportunities for our students and families. And so Ms. Szymanski is going to tell us about another one of our programs.
Thank you, Dr. Bell, and thank you, School Board, for the opportunity to share about remote learning expeditions with open enrollment for all students. Families can choose to enroll students in the AM or PM session. This helps to allow for flexibility for families. The program offers a synchronous remote learning experience and is open to all AAPS Y5 through 4th grade students. The daily learning experiences will include morning meeting, a core learning expedition lesson, badge assignment, enrichment activity, and a special. There will be 4 week-long sessions throughout July. Families can choose to enroll students in 1, 2, 3, or all 4 weeks. The Summer Learning Institute and Remote Learning Expedition programs will continue to utilize lessons crafted last spring. Students will engage in high-interest lessons, and students will learn through core learning adventures, which are learning experiences that focus on culturally responsive teaching and social-emotional learning, small group instruction that provides opportunities for students to receive additional support, badge assignments, which let students show mastery of the lesson content. Upon completion, students will earn a learning badge, enrichment experiences that expand beyond the lesson to enhance students' knowledge, and specials area learning experiences, which will include art, library, music, PE, and PLTW specials. Now, Mr. Carr will share about the A2V Summer Success Program.
Thanks, Ms. Szymanski. Those first 2 programs that Dr. Bell and Ms. Szymanski talked about, those were wildly successful and interesting programs just last summer. And this year, we've got another addition to share with families that we think is also going to be engaging and exciting for kids. And it fits in a little bit different way, potentially, for some families. The A2 Virtual Elementary Summer Success Program is being principaled this year by Liz Lucier. And in this program, students engage in learning asynchronously, at their own pace, at their own time, when it makes sense for them and their family. So it's different than those first 2 programs, which are connected to being with your teacher at a certain time of the day, a certain time of the week. So this is has a flexible approach that might be really interesting and important for some families. It is open to all of our AAPS students, young 5s through 4th grade. It lasts 6 weeks. And there's going to be some welcome sessions that are coming up for families that register June 30th and July 1st. So in this program, students are again connecting like they are in the first 2 programs, in core content areas with a lot of focus on reading and math. On the far right side of the screen, you'll notice the icons for Core 5, the Lexia product that Ms. Linden talked about at the beginning, and then right below that, the Dreambox. So that is integrated in there, but also there are reading goals each week. Students participate in interactive lessons that involve strategy focus and independent practice. They're expected to work in math using the core district math tools, including Dreambox. And this is asynchronous, but each day of the week that school is in session, 4 days a week, students can end up interacting with their teacher in a synchronous way if it's needed. And then another part of the program that's really been exciting and interesting in the development of it is that there are going to be some virtual field trips that are a part of the A2 Virtual Elementary Summer Success Program. So next, moving on, I get to introduce Mr. Somerton, and we're moving on to the middle school programs in our presentation. Thank you.
Thanks, Kevin. At the middle school level, we have an incredible variety of outstanding summer learning opportunities for students, from credit recovery and ESL work and music programs to high school transition and bridging programs. The team's been hard at work iterating and improving our already phenomenal programs for this year. Angela Newing is here to present our 2021 Middle School Summer Challenges program.
Good evening. I am here to share about the Middle School Summer Challenge program. The Middle School Summer Challenge is a 3-week interdisciplinary series of learning challenges specifically written for AAPS students currently enrolled in grades 5, 6, and 7. Students will engage in authentic learning experiences that extend their knowledge in literacy and mathematics and develop problem-solving and critical thinking skills. Emphasis will also be placed on developing students' social and emotional learning skills. As we did last summer, we have identified key standards that students need to reinforce in the areas of literacy and mathematics. In mathematics, these areas are applications of data analysis and ratios and proportions. The literacy standards that will be focused on are gathering evidence, building an argument with evidence, and presenting evidence. In addition, students will have access all summer to our Dreambox mathematics and lecture reading programs to support their growth. The program structure will be similar to last year's program. Students will be introduced to fun and engaging problem-based challenges that are centered around real-world situations. Each challenge will include a problem statement and a design statement like the example shown on the screen. We will also continue to use engaging video launches for each challenge. We are fortunate to have Ms. Gonzalez and several other staff members returning this summer who helped develop the curriculum last year. The Middle School Summer Challenge will run July 12th through July 29th, Monday through Thursday. Both in-person and remote learning opportunities will be available during this time. Selected students will be invited to participate in the in-person option of the Middle School Summer Challenge based on student achievement data. Those who opt into the program will be on site at Pioneer High School from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. each day. AAPS bus transportation will be available for those who qualify for transportation. Also, our remote learning option will be open to all students. Classes will take place virtually from 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. each day. We look forward to having fun and an engaging summer of learning. I will now turn it over to Ryan Supel and Evelyn Doherty to share about the Summer Learning Academy and Summer ESL Academy.
I'm excited to share our plans for our joint Summer Learning Academy, also known as SLA, and our Summer ESL Academy, also known as SESLA. The Summer Learning Academy, led by Ryan Supel, services students in grades 5, 6, and 7 who will attend Scarlet for the 2021-2022 academic year. And the Summer ESL Academy, SESLA, services multilingual students across the district who are in grades 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Classroom teachers and EL teachers are currently in the process of identifying and inviting students who qualify via phone registration. Both programs will be fully in person, utilizing the Super 6 strategies. Classes will be capped at 12 students, and students will remain with one teacher for the entire morning. Bagged lunches will be provided for students to eat at home. We're very excited to be at Huron High School, which is going to give us access to Gallup Park and ample outdoor space. Our curriculum team is hard at work to build an interdisciplinary curriculum focused on math and literacy skills that will utilize our proximity to Gallup Park. The program will run from June 21st to July 9th, Monday through Friday. We're also thrilled to be continuing our partnership with the University of Michigan via the Mitchell Scarlett Teaching and Learning Collaborative. Thank you for your continued support of SLA and SESLA, and now I will hand it off to Robin Bailey.
Thank you, Evelyn. Every summer, we offer our summer music program for all instrumental music students in grades 5 through 12 to provide opportunities for students to continue to build skills learned throughout the school year. We do charge a fee for these classes. This fee covers the costs of paying the music instructors. Scholarships are available and no student is ever turned away. Our Ann Arbor Public School music staff has done an incredible job instructing students virtually with the support of Dr. Swift and the Board of Education through district-supported music programs such as Upbeat and Note Flight this school year. And now we look forward to holding our summer music program in person so students can again hear each other live in real time and be able to respond and receive immediate feedback.
Our summer offerings at the high school level offer students in-person and remote learning options to recover credits, improve grades, and earn initial credit for classes. Over the last several years, we've added bridging programs to help students with transition to high school. We're excited to show you our latest addition to those bridging programs and student summer supports at the high school bridge program. You'll see that tonight. We are also bringing back our popular free SAT program. As you can see from this slide, we've developed a robust set of supports for all students. The AAPS summer program represents one of the most comprehensive and successful summer learning opportunities in the state of Michigan. And I can tell you from being with our team, I would compare it to any program in the country. Dr. Dan Hilliard is here to discuss our high school summer school program.
Thank you, Mr. Somerton. We are excited to offer in-person credit recovery program at Pioneer High School. The dates of the program will be from June 29th to June 30th, or July 30th. Priority will be student safety at all times. We will follow the Super 6 at all times and social distancing in the classroom. We will also be adding a school nurse on site. We've had a lot of success with the summer school program at Pioneer High School. Our goal is always to connect with students. We've incorporated a welcome day so that way our teachers can meet and connect with students on their first day. And that will be conducted virtually, which is something that we learned last year from our summer program. We will also continue to focus on the learning sciences in our summer program. That includes small groups and metacognition and student self-reflection in our programs. Our community assistants are also very active in our program at Pioneer High School, and they will continue to monitor the progress of our students, as well as communicate to our students and our parents for the progress of our students. It is also the goal of our program to connect with our parents. We will conduct a live parent meeting via Zoom so parents can better understand the program and how we're going to continuously communicate with them. Tonight, you'll see a little bit of our updated summer school website. We will also work with our connecting with our parents through phone calls and emails, and those will be conducted by our community assistants and our staff. This year, our parents will also have access to Power School, so that way they can keep up on the progress of their student. The following are the credit recovery courses that are offered at Pioneer High School in the summer program. This is offered for first semester and second semester or both sessions. Students can take a class in the AM session or the PM session. We're excited to be able to extend our offerings this year for a world language Spanish class. You can see that this is our schedule for the summer, with our AM session beginning at 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. and a break for a lunch from 11 to 11:30 a.m. During this time, we will continue to communicate with custodial staff and with allowing us to sanitize rooms and get ready for our PM session. Now I'll turn it over to Dr. Allen, where she will present our high school extension programs.
Thank you. EL Bridge will be in person. We will fully implement Super 6 at all times. At the comprehensive high schools, we have seen some ninth grade EL students struggle with academic vocabulary in biology, algebra, English 9, and social studies, as well as self-advocacy. The EL Bridge program was designed to help EL students retain and gain the skills to be successful in their ninth grade year. This is EL Bridge's third year. Last year, the program underwent a redesign in response to feedback from EL teachers who previously taught the course and to adapt it to remote learning. We will enroll 30 students this year. Students with WIDA scores between 2.0 and 4.0 will be invited to the program. We'll use EL teachers and liaisons to reach out to students and families who they think will be the best fit for the program and to register them in ways that meet their needs. Students who complete the course will receive half of a general elective credit. Academic Youth Development, or AYD, this program is also in person, and of course, we will fully implement Super 6 at all times. AYD is a national program emerging from psychology and other learning sciences. It aims to reshape students' academic identities, enhance their learning engagement, and increase the number and diversity of students who succeed in math and STEM courses. It is an enrichment course designed for A and B math students who intend to enroll in Algebra 1 in the fall as freshmen. Students are identified by a number of indicators such as standardized tests, common assessments, and Lexile scores, as well as math course grades. We've identified a number of students who would be a great fit for the program and are planning to offer 2 or 3 sections of AYD this summer with a combined 30 to 45 students, depending on enrollment. This is a credit-bearing course. Invited students who complete the course will receive half of a math elective credit. Myself and Sal Barrientos, ninth grade dean at Huron High School, have worked to bring High School Bridge to our AAPS summer school programming this year. The goal of High School Bridge is simple yet ambitious: to provide more intensive high school transition supports to students who need it in ways that are necessary to lead to greater success for more of our students, their freshman year and high school graduation. We also want to create a natural transition to pathways for students and families who choose pathways in 8th grade, either as a stop along to a comprehensive high school or as the high school of their choice. We want to be clear that this isn't a pipeline or a forced choice, but an opportunity for students and families to interact with Pathways team and learn some of the programming they have to offer. The program is built on 4 core pillars or components. Mentorship. This is the aspect of the program that continues throughout their high school career. Students will have 1 staff mentor that will mentor them all 4 years and act as an advocate and accountability partner throughout. We'll also have a student peer mentor who will be an 11th grader and who will mentor them for their freshman and sophomore year. The idea is that students who partake in the High School Bridge program will have the opportunity to become student mentors their junior year in the program. Parent partnering and connection. After identifying students, we're going to elicit feedback on what parents see as the specific strengths and challenges of their students so that we can tailor the program to this specific cohort and have parents select 1 or more parent workshop themes they'd like us to develop for them. We are also inviting parents to building tours and at least 1 field trip. We really want parents to see this as a partnership. Development of SEL and leadership skills. In addition to these skills being embedded within the academic learning that we'll talk about in the next point, we will also have tailored programming and workshops and speakers focused on motivating and inspiring students and developing specific social, emotional, and leadership skills and mindsets. Exposure to high school academics. Students will engage in a problem-based integrated unit cut across the 4 content areas that will embed SEL, soft skills, leadership skills, culminating in a product that they will share with an audience. Students invited to this program will be general education students who are on middle school interventionist caseload, have a history of suspension or challenging behavior that interferes with their learning, and or students who have failed a majority of their core classes in 6th, 7th, and 8th grades. With these criteria, we're also relying heavily on the recommendations of middle school staff who know these 8th graders the best, including middle school counselors and middle school interventionists and middle school admin. We are capping the program at 30 students this year. We want to be able to meet their needs and learn from the program to scale it up in the future. SAT Prep Open Enrollment. This program will remain virtual this year and housed in Schoology. We want to give our juniors and seniors an opportunity to take advantage of free and research-based SAT prep materials. This begins with making sure they know how to access them. Students will have remote support in the form of online assessments, tutorials, materials, webinars, and office hours. Students will work independently at their own pace and leisure, but will have access to several webinars and office hours for those that need more focused assistance with creating and linking accounts, navigating platforms, and building key SAT test-taking strategies, math, and reading analytical abilities. Students interested in SAT Prep Open Enrollment will have a 2-week period to register beginning in late May, as well as their first task, which will be creating and linking their Khan Academy and College Board accounts. They will receive a course calendar, including webinar and office hours, dates, and times. Video recordings will be made available for those who can't attend live sessions. Once registration is open, juniors and seniors will be given the opportunity to register through a form placed on our summer school website, a school messenger, and high school principals' weekly student family communications. Back to Mr. Summerton.
Just as we did last summer, A2 Virtual will continue to offer a no-cost option for students in grades 6 through 12 that are repeating a course in which they withdrew or earned a no credit grade of W, NC, S, or G. We had 90 students take advantage of this option in summer 2020. For mitigation reasons, there will be no in-person proctoring this summer. Teachers will hold weekly office hours and be available by appointment. Students can earn up to 1.0 credit to one-term classes, so 0.5 each, although we recommend that students only take one course per summer term. New this summer at A2 Virtual, we've added a yoga course for high school students, the second half of middle school core courses in language arts, math, science, and social studies, and middle school electives of fundamentals of coding, digital art, and journalism. The Michigan virtual courses are starting May 21st, which gives students 10 weeks to complete a course. Students can start Michigan virtual courses through June 14th. We are anticipating 1,350 students this summer, which will be up from last year's 1,100 student enrollments. The most popular summer A2 virtual course is personal fitness. Sarah Pope will share our special education summer learning opportunities next.
Thank you, Mr. Summerton. Good evening. I am here to introduce the special education summer opportunities offered through SISS. So we have 3 programs this summer. First, I'll give a brief overview and then I'll go into them individually. Our first program is Summer Academy, which started last year, and it's pre-K through 12. Summer Academy offers all students with IEPs, as well as all preschool students, opportunities for targeted instruction, related services, and recovery services in areas of need, including literacy, math, language, fine motor, and social and coping skills. Our second program we're very excited about. It's our new program this year. It's an intensive reading program. The intensive reading program will individualize interventions based on reading assessments performed for each student. Students will be grouped into classes based on similar reading needs. Teachers will identify student strengths and areas of needs and identify interventions to target those needs. Lastly is our extended school year program, which has been in the district for a number of years. The extended school year services are offered to pre-K through 12 special education students with IEPs who were found eligible for services based on a criteria set by MDE. So Summer Academy runs 5 weeks, June 28th through July 29th. It is an open enrollment to all students with an IEP as well as all preschool students. The enrollment forms will be going out to families on April 26th. Families received a survey over the past 2 weeks that went out where they could opt in for their interest, and then that official enrollment, like I said, goes out on the 26th. During the program, it will be both in-person and remote options. The Super 6 will be implemented with Fidelity. These sessions are 1-week sessions, Monday through Thursday. There is an AM session from 9 to 10:30. This session is offered in person as well as a remote option as well. The PM session will be remote only. Additionally, the preschool portion of this program will be 9 to 12 in person to give preschoolers that school day experience as they move on into their older years. Lastly, parent orientation on Thursday, June 24th from 6 to 7 will be offered virtually. I would like to acknowledge Leslie Bullock-Jones, James Potajo, and Charlene Manji as our principals for this program over the summer. Again, the next program is the intensive reading program. The dates are the same, that June 28th through July 29th, which is a 5-week period. The Super 6, again, is implemented with Fidelity as we will have both in-person and remote options. The sessions, there are 3 sessions for this program. We have an 8 to 9:30, a 10 to 11:30. Those 2 sessions will be in-person or remote, and then the afternoon, the same as Summer Academy, is offered from 1 to 2:30. The parent orientation for this program is June 23rd from 6 to 7. Again, that will be virtual. I'd also like to take the opportunity to thank Catherine Motard and Celeste Johnson for being our program leads for the intensive reading program this summer. I will now pass this on to Jerron Bryant.
Thank you, Sarah. Good evening, all. We're talking about the extended school year program offered by SISS. This is our historical program offered by Ann Arbor Public Schools for students who are on IEP caseload and are impacted through nature and severity of their disability, the critical stages of learning or regression and recoupment. This program is a program that is criteria based by the Michigan Department of Education. This program will run from June 28th through July 29th. It is a 5-week program. It is 4 days per week, Monday through Thursday. Of course, in the in-person option, the Super 6 will be fully implemented with fidelity. And then there will also be a remote option. There will also be a parent orientation on June 23rd from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. in a virtual setting. The student day is from 9 to noon, and the staff day will be from 8:30 to 12:30. This day will allow students to engage in a half-day experience where they will engage in targeted learning, activities, and support around their IEP goals and objectives. And transportation will be provided. And I would like to acknowledge Antonia Bickers, Veronica Hullum, and Nadia Van as the principals for this program. And for the next slide is how we're going to enroll folks into these various programs. The intensive reading program is a referral-only program, and it's based on several methods. The SRI score, if applicable, the beginning of the year NWEA scores, building level assessments, and teacher recommendation. And that deadline is for May 7th of 21. The Summer Academy is open to all preschool students and to all students with an IEP. Registration, like Sarah mentioned, will open on April 26th. And the IEP program is IDEA or MDE criteria based. It's an IEP team decision. And that referral deadline is also by May 7th. And staff have those referral forms to start completing them and filling those out. And now I'll hand it back to Ms. Linden.
Thank you so much, Jerron. I really appreciate this. Thank you, team. You are an incredible group of leaders. I have to acknowledge all of the curriculum leads doing work, redesigning lessons, and the many, many teachers who have applied and will be working in this summer program. After a year like this one, it really is heartening to see, for example, at the high school level, 300 applicants of AAPS teachers willing to continue on, knowing that our students will need this support, this experience. We're just so very grateful and proud. And for any AAPS teachers watching and listening, the applications are still open. And I mention this because Dr. Swift, as we've shared in the past, our goal is to serve every family who would like to participate in a program. Last year, we didn't have to turn anybody away, and that's our goal again this year. We also know the reality is that we, because of COVID and other factors, can only serve the number of students for whom we have teaching staff and for whom we have space. And so we just want to encourage folks to register. At this point, we are going to head right over to the website and do a very, very brief overview of where families can access registration links and how they can continue to receive and get information about the programs. This is at a2schools.org/summer. And if any of our families head here, all of these links will take them to the same data we just shared in our presentation tonight. I'll click in just to see it. They all follow a similar format. So for example, if families would like to enroll in remote learning expeditions, they will see a program description, they will see dates, they will be able to find additional information, and they will be able to register. So on Monday, the 26th, a registration link will appear at each of these program links. And that is how our families will register for their summer school options and their programs. High school is a little bit different. Dr. Allen and Mr. Somerton have shared that links will be going out for registration for invitation programs via email, school messenger, and through phone calls. So in the invitation programs, it's a little bit different, but folks can get all the information they need here.
Thank you, team. Excellent job. President Johnson, I know the hour is late. We do intend to launch a community meeting on this topic, but of course, always, President Johnson, as you would wish to handle questions from the board.
I just want to say thanks to everybody. Also want to say it's always really nice to see APS alums serving in this capacity. So Dr. Bell, good to see you, man. It's been a long time, like 30 years or something like that. So good to see you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, trustees.
Great job, team. Thank you so much.